You were really close the first run? I wasn't, though. Keep in mind, once literally anything is summoned inside of the boss fight, it's over. The goal is to kill everything, right? I'm not going to skip Bastion. And so if I can't do Bastion, I don't consider this done.
I think we call it quits here, chat. I don't think this is possible. Giving up on a challenge for me is very rough. My personal mindset for any sort of obstacle I throw at myself is usually rock solid and determined. Hours after hours just spent trying to break away at something for an end goal that may not even be worth it. That's the point of pushing yourself. The end goal isn't supposed to be what keeps you going, but rather everything along the way, right? So what happened? Well, welcome back to VoxlBlade Summons Only, the series where I attempt to beat the entirety of VoxlBlade while only ever using summons. Real quick, wow, this is a massive emotion change. Before the video starts, I want to thank my channel members who make literally everything here possible. So, thank you to Makeshift, Pixel, Phantalomuse, Shade Morningstar, Arrow, Smiles, Scrap, Zemby, Luigi the God, Fizz Gaming, Recafinato, DJ Thunder, Toonblom, Sunset, Pyrax, Zavton, Betaside, Ongs, Toothbrush, Voltage, Gladiator, Sorry, SW, Doge DFD, Rosier, Exactly Fake, Jose Aldemar, Waterfall, Plester, Philip, and Bandit. You folks are absolutely insane, and the support this channel has been getting is more than I could have ever imagined. Of course, if you want to join this massive list and toss some spare change to random Roblox YouTuber, consider becoming a member with the join button below. Besides that, subscribing is completely free and is also a massive help as we are so incredibly close to 3K subs. Also, I've got a Discord now, so consider joining that if you want to stay up to date on the channel. Okay. That's enough of the self-promotion. Let's get back into VoxlBlade Summons Only. So, the stream starts off like any other. The only difference is a massive feeling of dread piling up inside me. I knew from day one that this was going to be the breaking point. I go into my challenges completely blind and learn while doing so. So when a behemoth of a problem arises, conquering it feels just so much better. My first goal this stream was level 40, to unlock access to the Bastion dungeon. So I farmed up some Deadlands mobs, not just for the XP, but also to progress the Curse Guild quest. While farming, it felt like every kill was causing me to sink ever so slightly further into my chair. Every single action getting me one step closer to figuring out if I had just wasted days of my life on a project that doesn't even have a happy ending. Eventually, after defeating a good handful of Deadlands mobs, I hit level 40 and immediately went into Bastion. I had to see for myself if these harsh, negative feelings that plagued me had any meaning at all. Running this dungeon is made up of 3 layers of hell. A timer, strong mobs, and an incredibly annoying boss. The timer ticks down constantly, only giving me a mere few minutes to breathe before crushing my skull in with true damage. The mobs all aggro at once, meaning if I don't pick my fights right, I'm going to lose a ton of my health. Knights can guard break and bleed, clerics can guard break, and archers have their quick draws. Alongside all of this nonsense, the boss at the end of it all is a hellish nightmare for summoning. So, how did I fare? The dungeon itself goes by relatively smoothly at times. Some rooms are hellish, but some aren't. The main concern room-wise is the totem room. Getting this room is a massive time sink, as well as an incredibly dangerous room in general. Chipping through this place slowly but surely was eating away at my soul. Every moment I pushed forward felt like I was being torn apart from the inside. And eventually, I got to the boss room. And this is where I got to see my fears fully realized. I need to stop the music then. So. Let's see what happens. Oh wow, that's actually good damage. And the worst possible outcome. Alright chat, you ready to be here for a while? Don't worry, eventually this will... Hi Harren, what should I infuse into my Spellslinger armor? Or what armor should I infuse with Spellslinger armor for my mage build? Your question confuses me. You infuse Spellslinger on a Spellslinger build. If that's what you're asking. Okay, so now that that's done, if he summons again, things become problematic. Do this.
And now we wait. Is this going to be the most anticlimactic bat? No, okay. I was about to say. Things would be too good if it just worked out first try. Because I'm on pretty heavy constraints here. That's interesting. How do the summon or the statues aggro in the first place? What makes them aggro? I hate to waste my summon right there, but I literally have to. But it's fine. Seemingly right now we're okay. I'll just go fuck myself, I guess. The more archers on these pedestals, the better, which is a really silly thing to say. Okay, well that's archers. And he's off the edge. I'm off the edge. Okay. That's crazy. So yeah, that's basically our run. We're just going to get RNG. And then I tried again. And again. Over and over. A slow spiral into my own head. Minutes turn into an hour, and I feel like I've fallen further back than when I started. Was this even worth it at all? Was this a path that I should even keep following? And then another fail. What if I ran Swarm? Another fail. Desire turns into disaster. This dungeon was testing not just my patience, but my very willpower. Ultimately, it was hopeless. In the end of it all, I couldn't even take the pain anymore. People in chat were worried for my mental health, and I was starting to doubt my own abilities. And with an ego as large as mine, that's not really a good sign. So, what exactly went wrong for me to toss up the old white flag so soon? Well, it's the boss. Without proper setup, even on 1x difficulty classic, I couldn't deal enough damage to kill the Guardian. The statues are too strong, Cleric is just insane, and they spawn way too fast. Even if I got rid of all the Clerics, what next? Well, there's 6 archers, and I can no longer summon. If I can summon, the summons are going to walk off the map. Every time. Without fail. They love doing that. It is a massive arena with a massive pit, and mobs on the other side of the pit. And so, as the stream came to an end, this was my closure. Summoning in VoxlBlade is 2 real paths. You've got Possession and Sacrificial. That's it. We got a brand new summon, and I love that we're getting new stuff, but it's still just rough. It's just 3 people working on the game, however, and this isn't a direct complaint, but more of a cry for help. The dungeon isn't poorly designed. Don't get me wrong. It's summoning. Summoning is such a flawed system with a very janky mechanic built behind it. Does this mean summoning in general is bad? No, not at all. Building summon is just as reliable as like half the DPS builds in the game. Only difference is, you have almost no control in the gameplay, and it's an absolute snooze fest. Let's look at Terraria, for example. I have a handful of hours in Terraria, and I've done summoning runs 100 bajillion times. But why is that different than VoxlBlade? Well, summoning used to be no different than VoxlBlades. Summons just attacked whatever was near you. But they added something called whips. Something that makes it so you can do something actively and have your summons attack that target with added benefits. In VoxlBlade, we have something kinda similar. We have the inspiration from Mind's Captain, which does boost summons and does, you know, kind of incentivizes you attacking with your summons instead of just hitting them once and standing around. Just, you know, in the end, this is a complaint coming from a guy who just did a challenge where half of his gameplay was taken away from him. So obviously take that with a grain of salt. But if you think this is possible, I implore you, start your own series. Do a run. But yeah, until next time, folks, I love you all, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.